Just a second, guys. I'm just going live on the other channel as well. Please, if you are right now watching on any other platform, I would recommend you to watch it on the Strike YouTube channel because their quality would be better. Yeah, so now we are live on the Strike YouTube channel as well as the other platforms. So let me know if there are any issues with audio or the video, and we'll start. I guess the audio and video is fine. So let's begin today's analysis. Yeah. So the Nifty opened gap up right above 20,100, and since then we have seen some profit booking throughout the market with the mid caps and small cap taking a larger hit. So let's look at the heat map. Yeah, so as I said, you can see the micro cap is at the lowest, losing about 4.5% in a day, followed by media, PSC, small cap, reality. So all the high beta sectors which were trending up have taken a breather from the rally, and the ones that were behind have actually taken some lead. So the IT is at top, and followed by pharma and healthcare. So as you know, we have been anticipating some up move in pharma based on many factors that I've shown already. And the Nifty itself is very flat because of the sector rotation. As you can see, here's many stocks are in deep red, but many are in green as well, with the highest gains coming in from LT, TCS, followed by other stocks. So the headline index remains flat, but you get to see a lot of sector rotation within which some stocks are up, some are down. So what you would want to do in such kind of a market is to be, scanning for stocks regularly and sticking with the stocks where new cycles are beginning and not with the ones that have actually matured in their move. Right? So let's look at the options data first, and then we'll have a look at Nifty Bank Nifty chart. So Nifty 20,000 still has a lot of call OI, so it may remain like a hurdle for a very short term. Once it's closed, we can see a sustained rally above that. We look at Bank Nifty, then just a second, yeah. Bank Nifty 45,500 has the highest call OI, and current levels are very close to 45,500. So 4,500, 45,500 is the level for Bank Nifty. So to be able to sustain above it will be important with respect to further upside. So let's look at the FIDA data for yesterday. So for a change, finally we saw some bullish figure from the FIs in the cash market. But since we are seeing selling, so it would be interesting to see what number comes in today. And if we look at the derivatives data, then all the factors were bullish. You can see there was buying in index futures. They sold a lot more puts than calls. So both the things were net bullish in derivatives. Now, to judge the sentiment, are we getting near overbought or oversold? Where on the participant data side, we are still not at the extremes. But if you look at the momentum swing, which is a proprietary indicator, which measures the whether the RMI is rising or falling in the FNO stocks, it tells us the near-term oversold and overbought zones. Now, you'll see interestingly, since Nifty is flat, but the mid cap and all are not, all are falling. So the swing has actually cooled off from 71 to directly 26. And in the recent past, you have seen readings close to 20 work as a bottom for the Nifty. So we are already at 26. So if we stay here or decline even a little bit, the daily swing will get oversold, which is actually an indication of a market bottom and not a top. So I think this is the most important observation as of right now. Of course, this indicator is live, so you may see changes in this data based on if there are changes in the market price. If you look at the average swing, so that has cooled off from about 87 to 73. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Now there can be negative divergences there, so nothing stops it, from staying there for a while. In terms of PCR, I'm watching it daily. So it is now up to 0.99 and 1.05 and 1.06 is the near term level, which is right here, which I'm looking at. Just a second. So if we touch this level in a couple of days, that would be some kind of indication for a, breather. Harsh has asked me to repeat which point are you referring to? The daily swing? Can you confirm once? Okay. So daily swing is our proprietary indicator. As you may be knowing, RMI is the indicator, momentum indicator that we follow. So we check whether or not the indicator is falling or rising for all the FNO stocks, and then we plot it as a percentage. So, for example, if the number is at 20, it means the momentum was rising only for 20% FNO stocks, which is actually a oversold reading and not a overbought. So if you see here, Nifty was rallying, but the momentum was not too strong in stocks, which is why it didn't get overbought. And because of today's action in the stocks, it is actually cooled off directly to 25. So if we are very close to 20, that is the number that has actually worked as a near-term bottom in the market. So if I try to show you, you can see this again, this bottom, again this, and then there was a I think from here on it did not work right away, but there was a positive divergence. The market made a lower low, but the index, the swing reading did not. And now what has happened is market is right there, but because the stocks are selling off, the swing is actually back to the lower end. So if we get close to 20, it is actually a sign of uh, oversold, sign of oversoldness in the market, right? And not overbought. So this remains an interesting thing for me to watch out for in the very near term. So I would be looking whether or not we touch this line or we reverse from here. So as you can see, even now, Nifty is right there at the top with the because of the strong sector rotation. Now, whether you want to be focused on Nifty or which sectors are performing, that is up to one's preference. Some people like to stick with the index, and some people want to be in the right stocks all the time. So that is the work that one has to put in, and we help you with that using the data available at the Strike platform. Let's have a quick look at diffusion as well, if there are any concerning signs. So stocks above 20 DMA have cooled from 96 to 88. That may not be a sign to worry because as you can see, this data can stay in a range for quite some time, and as the market continues to rally. So we are still just reached there. Now we can spend a lot of time in this range before we get a decent top. Somebody is asking daily swing. So daily swing is itself calculated on a basket of stocks, so it is available only to see on Nifty. Now stocks with RMI buy on the Nifty is actually at 92. It is rising even today. This is interesting. So loss of momentum is not yet visible on this. So let's see us some other index like mid cap, which has corrected today. So as you can see in mid cap, the number touched about 82 at the highest and has cooled off to 63. So it is out of that zone. Now the thing to watch out for would be whether or not small cap or mid cap index are able to hold their key averages, like what you can say 20-day average or anything. Okay, there's a question. Is it looking like a 7th July cool off? 7th July. You're referring to swing? Let me check. Yeah, could be. Even if 7th or maybe even like 13th July, where the swing was 19. So, but we are still at 25. So if we see some more correction in the stocks, it can even go below 20, which is the even more oversold rate. So yeah, you're right. It is probably a knee-jerk reaction, but we need to see and get a price confirmation to be sure, right? But as I'm seeing the mark Nifty itself is not correcting much. It's just in a range as of now. So let's see. Looks interesting to me. So let's have a quick look at the charts and then we'll scan stocks. So opened higher, then corrected a little, but still we can close positive or negative depending upon the rest of the day action. In terms of the hourly chart, we did get a sell signal on the RMI, but nothing else. Neither Dow Trend 20R or 40R has broken, so we're still above all the key supports. So let's see if it continues to extend from here itself, or do we see any major correction. Bank Nifty, no change on the daily. Hourly, similar to Nifty, a sell signal had come on the RMI. It is still above the 20R and 40R average. Also, the Dow trend is also negative on the hourly chart. So, if it turns again up or not is the thing we need to watch out for. Now, let's come to the sectors and try to scan stocks. So, the ones at top are IT and pharma. Now, IT is somewhat, I did not expect it to be performing this well, but yeah, it is what it is. So, let's see IT. It has been trending really well both on daily, hourly charts. So there's a strong index since you can see it is above its all hourly and daily averages and trending up. Pharma is something I did anticipate and even showed in the live stream that seasonally September is a very good month for pharma and healthcare stocks. So the daily indicator was also bullish. And yesterday, right at the closing hour, we did notice that this hourly was going into a bullish territory. This crossover was happening, and it has happened on the index level, and it has spiked up and down, but overall it has been up. And let's see what the stocks have done within that. So stocks like Divis Lab, Lupin, Dr. Reddy, Natco Pharma, Sun Pharma all are up, but few names like Biocon, Taurus Lab are also down. But we need to focus on the strong ones. So let's see. So bullish crossover in the RMI on 5th of September, and then we have took support at 20 DM and continued up. Similarly, right at the closing hour yesterday, when the index gave the signal, the stock had also given the signal, and it has very well respected that. So that is something I want to emphasize a lot on, that you focus on a top-down approach, use any scanners of your liking, and then go down to the setup of that particular stock. Now, you don't have to use this particular setup if you're not comfortable. You can use your own sets of indicator. Let's say you are comfortable with the MACD. Let me go to hourly. Then in the MACD also you got a bullish confirmation, right? Yeah, at yesterday's close or maybe today morning. So that is one's own choice which indicators you want to follow for execution, but that is just an approach. Let's go to the scanners for today and see if we have anything interesting. Let's see if anything is breaking below their 20-day average today. Quite a few names that are breaking below their 20-day average. So that is an important scan you want to look out for, and be careful on your trades and investments. If a stock is breaking below a key moving average or a key level that you would want it to uh, save, and you can use any moving average that you like. Some people use 50 days, so let's try using 50 days. So now these are the stocks that are currently breaking the 50-day averages in today's session. So that is where some caution can be taken care of, as the stocks are going below a certain level. Of course, there is still some time in the market closing. It is not yet closed, so one needs to watch out for if there are any important signals. And even in a market like this, if a stock is showing strength like LT or TCS, one can keep a track on that as well. Now, visually, it looks to me that this is also breaking out. If I try to draw a line here, of course, this is no trade or investment advice. Please don't take it that way. But I'm just highlighting the observation that it does look like a breakout. Looking at the bearish ATR signal, many names are here. So that is how you can filter what you want to look at. Going to the RMI Rohit scanner. Lot of new sells. Now, only thing is, because of this all action happening, we are seeing the swing getting oversold. So taking fresh shorts in a bull market can be a bit risky, but it is when you see a setup, you see a setup. So that is one has to look for. So there are no new bullish signals as of today, but only new sell signals. But then also you'll have to look at other factors, how the Dow trend is doing, if there is any moving averages are getting broken or anything similar to that. So since today it's overall a selling day, so probably you will be seeing only bearish setups. But again, with the index still holding above 20,000, it makes things a bit confusing, because if it's just a knee-jerk reaction for one day, then you wouldn't want to be short anything. So let us look at the Dow Trend Scanner as well. Same story here, all down signals, nothing as such up. So yeah, you need to be careful on the ones you are seeing multiple signs of losing steam. Let's say a stock is giving RMI sell, also going below 20-day average, also breaking down trends. That is somewhere you have to be take caution. Now, there is one interesting one that I saw in Dow Trend buy side. I think this is Dr. Reddy. Yeah. So it is from the same pharma sector, since we are seeing some strength in the defensives, which is pharma and maybe even FMCG. So let's look at the FMCG index as well. So it's down today, but it seems to have taken support at the daily averages and trying to hold. In terms of the hourly chart, consolidating as of now, no clear sign, but yeah, it's trading above the key averages. This can also be a good index in the very short term. So that's it. We are in midst of a broad market correction, so be careful with what stocks you choose. You can always use scans and filter for stocks and signals you would want to watch out for. If any stocks are breaking below any key levels, that is where caution is warranted. And more or less, that remains to be the highlight. Rotation is the sector rotation is very strong, and there Now it seems that the large caps are taking lead in terms of action over the mid caps. So while saying that, ratio chart comes to my mind. So let's look at the Nifty mid cap versus Nifty 50 ratio. So as you can see, this is a mid cap versus Nifty ratio chart. And if I try to draw a horizontal line here, which was the previous peak, we went above that and fell right hard into below that today. So it now till this ratio keeps falling, it means mid cap is underperforming the Nifty. So it would mean there is more strength in large caps over mid cap. So that is the focus one needs to have in current market conditions. Unless this ratio reverses and it starts going above again, this till then it seems that the large caps are going to outperform the large caps are going to outperform the mid caps. There is a comment to analyze Sun Pharma. I think we already looked at it. Let me open it again. So as I said, daily chart had already given us a buy on 11th. Sorry, daily chart has already given us a bullish crossover on 5th of September, and then we went up for 2 days, then took a slight consolidation, which may be a flag pattern or sort of thing on the hourly chart. Uh, yeah, so if I try to draw a channel here, then it was a kind of a flat correction, and then again you got a uh, fresh hourly crossover in yesterday's trading session, and that cycle is underway. So that is after that you haven't seen any bearish crossover or any reversal yet. So yeah, the cycle is still playing out. If you have any other stock to look at, let me know. So if I just do a flag and a pole kind of target, then let's see what target do we get. Then the level is close to 1173. Of course, this is not a target as I advise, but only a pattern target based on these technical studies. So let's see. If you have any other questions, just post it in the comment box. All right, I think that's pretty much it for today. So looking forward to all of you guys using Strike. So just get into the platform web.strike.money, start using it. You can use any scans of your like, and let us know if you would want any new scan. And that's it. Okay, there's one more question. Why is DXY not impacting? So see, I would say look at each chart for its own. So we can't look at DXY and then trade Nifty, right? So if you just look at the chart that you're trading, that would be the best way. So if I'm interested in Nifty, why would I look at DXY? So if Nifty had given me a bullish signal here and I am riding it, it has not broken any key level or even broken below the 20-hour average, then what will looking at DXY do to me, right? So one can just use the chart you want to trade on. That's it. There is a comment from Paresh to look at Glenmark. Okay, haven't looked at Glenmark in a long time. Directly going to the setup chart, weekly first. So weekly, it is trending since actually since the budget 30th January in a single trend, and but the weekly RMI has come into sell, but that may be a whipsaw. So let's go to daily. So daily fresh buy we have got on 1st of September, as you can see, and it has already rallied from there on. So Yeah, it looks to be crossing above even the upper Bollinger Band now. So could be a good one. So cycles are playing well on this chart, as you can see. This is one cycle, then it came corrected and then again. So yeah. So till it does not really break below any key average, it is looks to be good. One can trail with hourly moving averages that are close to, I think, 793. So that can be a good trailing level. Any other questions? Okay. Thank you everyone for tuning in. So I'll see you tomorrow at the same time. Looking forward to all of you using Strike, and do let us know your feedback.